You're listening to episode 3 of Voices from the Castle with your host, Shane Highley, Superintendent of Tyler County Schools. And today I want to take a few minutes to talk about something I often get asked. What does a superintendent of schools do? When people hear the word superintendent, they usually think of the person who leads the school system. But the role goes much deeper than that. Here in Tyler County, my job is about making sure students have the resources and opportunities to learn, grow, and succeed. So let me break down into a couple key responsibilities I carry out as a superintendent. One, educational leadership. First and foremost, I'm responsible for setting the vision of our school system. That means working with the Board of Education, administrators, and teachers to make sure that we are providing the best instruction that we possibly can for our students. I spend a lot of time looking at test scores, student data, SAT results, and other measures so we can identify what's working well and where we need to improve. Our goal is always to raise achievement and prepare students for success after graduation. Whether that means college, career, the military, we want to make sure they have all the skills that they need to be successful human beings once they graduate Tyler Consolidated High School. Second thing I do as a superintendent is look at budgets and resources, which is a big part of my job and manages the school district's budget. Tyler County Schools operates with taxpayer dollars. We do not get any state aid or help from the State Department as far as funds go to run our schools. And I take that responsibility very seriously. I think we need to be very prudent spenders of our tax dollars, and just need to be a good steward of those funds. That means balancing the budget, making sure schools have the resources they need, and planning for the future. Whether it's new textbooks, technologies, upgrades, building improvements. As you all know, right now we are in the midst of building a new elementary school, a consolidated elementary school here in Tyler County, and we're in the beginning stages of that process. And we want to make sure that we are utilizing those funds appropriately, and to make a school that will be there for many years to come, for many generations to use, and also prepare our elementary students for an ever-changing world, so they can get the education needed to be successful. The third thing a superintendent does, I deal with personnel and staff support. Our teachers, aides, bus drivers, cooks, and custodians are the heart of our school system. As superintendent, I'm responsible for recommending staff hires to the Board of Education and for making sure our employees have the training and support they need. When our staff feels supported, our students benefit. And when those two things happen, everyone's rowing the boat in the same direction, everyone's walking the same way, school systems will be successful. And that's our goal here in Tyler County Schools. Number 4, communication and community partnerships. Communication is another huge responsibility. I serve as the link between our schools and our broader community. That means keeping parents informed, working with county officials, building partnerships with local businesses and organizations. Here in Tyler County, we have a strong community tie. We have strong community ties that are part of who we are, and I want our school systems to reflect that. Hardworking, blue collar individuals who work for everything they have, and that's the kind of students we want to produce. Hard workers, not afraid to work, not afraid to get their hands dirty, and are leaders in an ever-changing world. Number 5, as a superintendent, I'm in charge of policy and compliance. Lastly, I work to ensure that Tyler County Schools follow state and federal education laws. This includes implementing new legislation passed by the West Virginia legislature, meeting state accountability standards, and keeping up with evolving policies from the West Virginia Department of Education. So those really are the 5 things that, as a superintendent, probably the 5 most important things I do. On a daily basis, things change. You make a to-do list. Some days you get that to-do list completed. Some days you still have a to-do list that you haven't touched. So Just depends day to day. You don't know what you're going to be doing as a superintendent, but you have to make sure that you're ready for everything. So um, I think that's probably one of the most important things that I do is just be a good communicator, care for people, understand students, and in the end, again, take care of students. That's our job in a school system. Hot topic for today. Hot topic that we're going to talk about today is artificial intelligence in schools. Before we wrap up today, I want to touch on a topic that's getting a lot of attention across the nation and right here in Tyler County: artificial intelligence in our schools. AI is rapidly changing the way we live and work, and it's beginning to play a huge role in education. On the positive side, AI tools can help personalize learning for students, provide instant feedback, and even assist students with lesson planning. For example, programs can adapt to students' strengths and weaknesses, offering targeted practice in areas like reading and math. But with these opportunities come challenges. We need to make sure that AI is used responsibly and ethically, protecting student privacy, ensuring that technology never replaces the critical role of teachers. You will never be able to replace a teacher's intuition and love for students with AI. Um, so that's why in Tyler County we've started the conversation about creating clear policies and training so that when AI tools are used, they truly benefit our students and our staff. We have put together an AI task force with teachers from each school. We've put some AI pro AI folks on there, and we put some naysayers of AI on that task force just to start looking at maybe a couple programs that we could really use to help our students. Um, we don't want our students to rely on AI to do their work for them or anything like that. We want them to utilize it um, to gain knowledge, to use it as a resource. It needs to be a tool. It needs to be a tool that everyone can use, um, and hopefully make their lives easier, but not do the work for them. A human brain is a very important thing that we need to make sure that we continue to utilize and continue to grow. I think AI will never be able to have common sense. AI will never replace compassion, heart, hard work. On the other hand, AI can also make life more enjoyable by cutting some of the things in your life that you do that could be done by a computer it takes time out of your day to do. So again, it's a very hot topic right now, and it's ever evolving and it's growing quickly. So we need to get ahead of it because whether we like AI or don't like AI, it's not going anywhere. So we need to make sure that as a school system, we're becoming good stewards of the appropriate uses of artificial intelligence in our schools and teaching our kids how to use it appropriately. So I'd be interested to know what you have to think about that. You can always email me or call just to give me a heads up of what you think about AI. Like I said, very very touchy subject, very controversial subject, very opinionated subject. Um, but I do know one thing for certain. Again, it's not going anywhere, and it's going to continue to evolve faster and faster and faster. So that's really the hot topic for today. It's shout out time. A couple shout outs, standouts I'd like to mention today. First off, the folks who put the back to school fair together are amazing people. It takes a lot of coordination. Jill Ash, she is the FRN for our county. Suzette Miller, who's our curriculum director in our county, and Katrina Byers, our board president, spent many, many hours making sure that this back to school fair went off without a hitch. They did a great job. The second shout out I'd like to give is to our transportation department. With school starting and a lot of additional students added to our school system, they did a great job. A great job communicating, a great job just getting out there and getting the job done with new stops and some different route changes. But they did a great job also. And then the third shout out I'd like to give is to our custodians. Our custodians before school work really, really hard over the summer, right before school starts. And every year, just like I don't know how it happens, but magically, our schools are ready to go. And they do a great job. They work so hard to make sure that our schools are clean and ready for students to come in and get the educational process started. So again, shout out to the Back to School Fair Committee, our transportation department, and our custodians for a great job. All right, so we've come to a close of this episode. At the end of the day, just to recap, my role as superintendent is about service. I serve kids, I serve our staff, I serve our community, and every decision I make is guided by one question: what's best for the students of Tyler County Schools? I'm proud of the progress we've made so far, and I'm excited to see where we're headed with some different initiatives moving forward. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the responsibilities of a superintendent and for joining me today for the Hot Topics conversations of AI and also those shout outs that I was able to give to a few of our departments here that make Tyler County Schools successful. This has been Voices from the Castle, and I'm Shane Highley, Superintendent, Tyler County Schools, reminding you that all together, we are building a stronger future for our children.